What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XRP today. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Why is this not happening here? Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. Gotta work on things to make sure things don't go wrong. There we go. Okay. Here we are at about $2.52. Let's look at this on a daily time frame. It is the Crypto White House Summit today, and I wish I made more videos today. This will probably be my last one, but I think for all of these coins, Cardano, Solana, XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, everybody's expecting a sell the news event to happen, and it's fine if it does. It's totally fine if it does. But generally, how sell the news events happen is you pump into them. You hear about the rumor, you buy the rumor, and then you sell the news, right? That's oftentimes how it is. And to a T, once the news comes out, you sell. But you're already selling. And sure, you're moving up here, but this is a lower high, lower low scenario. You're not pumping into this news, you guys. That's not what's happening. So I don't expect this to be a sell the news event. In fact, I think because everybody's expecting it to be a sell the news event, I'm expecting that it doesn't. In fact, we probably close today green. I'm one of the few people today that probably says today will close green, not red. The reason being, just kind of a thought here, is that a lot of people anticipating this to be a sell the news event, maybe they were on edge, maybe they believe it, maybe they don't at the beginning of the day, but then the day starts off on the first 4 hours and it drops down a whole 8%. I would assume a lot of people panic sold in anticipation of the sell the news event. A lot of people went short and have some short positions in anticipation of the sell the news event. And those people right now, even though the prices come up, even though it looks like this on the wick right now, they're probably still holding their breath and waiting. They're like, it's okay. The price will come back down. You've got shorters and people who are out of the markets who willingly panic sold at the lows or in ideal times, who are willingly sitting out because they expect that this sell the news event is going to happen. People are counting on it, right? Most of the time, the reason why sell the news events happen is not because people count on them. It's because people are not expecting it. They're expecting it to be a bullish occasion. And I think everybody's aware, whether you're a novice or whether you've been in the crypto markets for a while, it seems like everybody's aware of this event for what it is. So by that definition alone, right, that the whole reason why sell the news works is because people don't expect it. But that in itself says something, right? What happens in the markets tends to be opposite of what the herd believes. And the herd right now, I said this in the last one, but the herd's mooing. They're mooing for the downside, man. And that's not what's going to happen. We're probably not going to go down, or at least if we do, I don't think it's going to be too significant. I definitely don't believe we'll see lower lows than this. Anything can happen. I could be wrong, and wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that? Oh man, I would have a lot of explaining to do in tonight's videos. But I don't think that's going to happen. What I think is going to happen is during the Crypto White House Summit, we'll probably get a pump. People will start to realize, they'll be like, oh no, what was I thinking? Why did I believe anybody that it was a sell the news event? Of course, this time's different. Of course, this time it's the Crypto White House Summit. This is historical. I should have been buying. I should go long. I'm going to do that here and panic buy. The same people that were like, oh, of course it's going to be the same people. And then what's going to happen is after the event's over or sometime during the event, we'll pull back and we will probably close the day very neutral with a sizable wick to the upside and the downside. It'll probably throw off both the bulls and the bears, or the people who are trans bulls, trans bears, transitioning between the two, right? We're taking the word trans back. Shout out to the trans homies out there. 250 on that note. 250 is the current price. We're down 3.9%. I'm very confident in the next 8 hours we will close today green. If we look at this on a RSI perspective, we do have lower highs and lower lows. Breaking above the 50, finding support at the 50. This is a good thing. What we want to see now is continuation. We don't want, it's not that we don't want today to be red. It can be red, but it would be nice if you can maintain above the 50. If today closes red, you're still above the 50, but if you close green, you'll be pointed more to the upside. Getting above the 60 after bouncing off the 50. What was that? I just ate a hair. I think a mustache hair just fell into my mouth. I can't get it. I'm just going to talk through it, you guys. Oh, I don't know what happened. It's like in my lip. Anyways, hold on. Can't talk through that. No, could not talk through that. If you get above the 60, that's a good thing. You're likely going to get into the overbought zone. I don't think that you have to get above the 60 today. I don't expect that of you, but I do think that you're going to be moving up. I want to look at XRP on this chart here because I have more indicators pulled up. Let's get you going here. Actually, hold on now. Hold on. We're going to throw it like this. Yes. There we go. And we're going to delete some of these. We'll delete the MFI because we don't have volume on this one. It's just too much. We'll delete that because it's too much. Some people are probably looking at this and they're like, it's too much, C-Zar. Stop it. We're winning too much. It's too much winning. I can't take all this winning. We're at the weekly time frame here. flipped red right now. We have a bearish cross on the MACD. We have 2 days and 9 hours left. I suspect that this will flip back green. I don't think it's going to close green at all or red at all. I think really what's happening is you're probably beginning to build more bullish momentum here, and you're probably going to see this thing take to a higher level in the histograms, or at least something that's of a higher level in the histograms, likely starting your next phase up, right? Whenever you get these green phases in the weekly that are predominant and persist, you tend to continue to grow, right? Stuff like that. If we look, and I'm actually going to mute the LRO for a second. We're going to mute this, and then I'll bring it back on so it's not so distracting. Maybe I'll delete it, and then I can just bring it back like that. If we look at the stochastics on the weekly, they are pointed down, but throughout this bull market, and oftentimes with the bull markets, you do find support at the 50 on your stochastics, which I think you're going to. I think even if this week closes red, even if you do have a bearish cross on the MACD, you likely will have a beneficial area, a support area to bounce from next week and the following week, right? I think that this month of March is going to be very bullish. Certainly not a red month in March for XRP. The weekly RSI is promoting lower lows. You're seeing lower lows come in here, relatively speaking, with these higher lows. That's what you call hidden bullish divergence, and it tends to mark continuation. Yes, okay. It tends to mark continuation. If we look at the RSI as a whole on the weekly, not only are you getting lower lows with the higher lows in this relative area, but you're getting higher low after higher low in the weekly. You're in a very dominant upward sloping trend in the weekly, you guys. Whenever you get back into this overbought zone, I expect nothing less than something that is on the lines of this kind of growth. Something that, you're at 250 now, something that'll take you to $8.37. If not as high as like $13 itself, and I'll go over that in a second. I'm sure a lot of you are aware of why I believe that's going to happen, but let's pull back the LRO. I just want to see this on a short-term time frame now. Okay, we're going to pull this up. What I love about the LRO is you can use it, you can look at the indicator, but the way that they have it set up here, you don't really even need to look at the indicator. It provides it on the chart itself. So oftentimes the LRO is more significant on the daily time frame and lesser from what I've interacted with. Maybe it's different for stocks, but for cryptos, it seems to be shorter term stuff. We have a very significant invalidation level here. You don't normally see these lines progress this long, but that invalidation level is at about $3.23. If you can get above $3.23, you've invalidated the notion that you have to go lower, and you've likely approved the notion of going to new all-time highs. The minimum target would be $4.04 to $5.05, that area, and that would be in a very, very, very short amount of time. Once you get above $3.22, $3.23, you'll likely see this area in a matter of days, not weeks, days. But that takes you getting above here first, okay? How long until you get above there? It could be weeks. It might be 3 days. It could be today. Who knows? But whenever that happens, it's a signal. It's like the starting line to your extended areas, okay? If we look at the 4-hour time frame, I'm just looking for this real quick. Look at that, holding the invalidation level of support. On the bullish side, the blue lines are bearish. These ones are bullish, you want to hold. These ones are bearish, you want to break. We've broken through the bearish invalidation level. We're in an uptrend as defined by the LRO. Nice. On the 1-hour time frame, we are still in an uptrend. We haven't invalidated the uptrend, but we do have a invalidation line here. You can see it's not that bold, right? It's not as significant as this one. So getting above $2.62 would be a nice goal, but you have to close above it. We want you to close above it on the 1-hour time frame, $2.62. If you don't, that's okay too, but likely that would just deconfirm the downtrend and reconfirm the uptrend. Closing above this, I think, will be very significant. Closing above 282, I think 282 might be even more excitable, even though it's on the 1-hour time frame. It's very rare, but I think this thing's more significant on the short-term time frames. Yes, the daily is at 322, 323, but I think this might be more significant. That might be more of an exciting kind of moment to 282 there. Breaking above that will be nice. So just keep that number in mind. There was something that I wanted to do. I can't remember what it was. Oh, right. All right. Okay. So now that we've done this, we can probably get rid of the LRO. We don't need all the noise. Come on, buddy boy. Where are you at? There might have been something else I'm forgetting, but that's okay. I just wanted to get all that out of the way. The reason why I believe we're going to see prices that are at $8.37 and beyond is because from a high to low here, last cycle high to last cycle low, your minimum target, the 1272, is at about $8.37. Your maximum 1414 kind of target expectation would be about $13.57. I don't think that you're going to stop at the 1272. I don't think that you're going to stop at the 1414, but I think you'll stop somewhere in between. The reason for that is that if we take this high to this low of the last cycle high to the last cycle low, your 1886 to 200 area is right there at $10.71 to $13.31, right? Inevitably, yes, XRP, you're going to go higher. Inevitably, the end of the cycle, that's above 20 bucks, probably even around 40 bucks is what I'm thinking by the end of the cycle. Nobody knows, time will tell, but that's what I'm anticipating is going to happen. But by the end of this next move, by the end of April, likely you will be above 837. By the end of April, I think that you will interact with $10 to $11. Maybe you don't hit any of these targets and you stop somewhere in between, right? They're just lines, they're not requirements, they're just ideas, and ideas don't always work out the way that you think they do. Sometimes when you apply them in real life, they're similar, but they're not quite exactly what you expected them to be. So all I'm saying by that is something between 837 to 1356 is what we should anticipate by the end of April. I think that this move will begin once we get above, what was it, 282 or 322, however you want to look at it. Inevitably, we are going to see new all-time highs by the end of March, and it's just getting started now. And the main purpose of this video, besides saying the same old stuff that we talk about until it happens, you guys, is don't anticipate a sell the news event. Sell the news events don't look like this. They don't, you pump into them. And yes, you can say, here's the low, here's the high. We are pumping into it. What do you mean, C-Zar? No, we're not. We're not pumping it. No, we're not. That's not at all. If this was it, okay, then I would believe it was a sell the news event. Sure. If this was it, sure. But that's not what we're doing here. Okay. So, likely we're probably going to pump once the White House summit starts. As soon as Trump starts talking to Garlinghouse or talks about XRP, it's just going to pump for no reason at all. I don't expect this summit to promote any kind of crazy, bullish, phenomenal stuff. I think it's just going to be as I like to say, a circle jerk for the boys, right? And maybe some of the girls too. I don't know. I don't know who all's going to be there, but I'll be watching, hopefully, if I can. And that's all I got to say. So hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I appreciate you all for being here. Take it easy. Probably not going to be a sell the news event. Bye bye.